Hey you guys, so a couple of weeks ago I had asked if anybody had ever done maple syrup tapping because my son got a maple syrup tapping kit for Christmas. I'm going to switch this around, my husband's doing it real quick before I can get to it. And nobody really replied and said they had any tips. So I had shared that I would put a video up for you guys so that you guys could watch us do it. So if you've ever done any maple syrup tapping, we'd love some tips. But this is our first year. So from what we understand, it's got to be below freezing at night and above freezing during the day. Oh, you can actually see some of it. So my husband just drilled a small hole in the bottom of one of our maple trees. You can see the sap coming out. And so the kit that my son got for Christmas has these little plastic taps in it. And then you just add a hose to the bottom of it. And we've just been putting it in gallon jugs. So he's going to try hanging this one. We've got one in the front I'll show you we just ran a hose to.
But Dad,
I don't know how. Yeah, I think it's going to get too heavy.
We're going to have to pound it in more or
so if you guys have maple syrup tap, please give us some suggestions. It'll be our first time doing it. I'm going to come back over here, but I'm going to show you guys the one that we did in the front. We've got quite a bit of sap already and it's just been up there for a day or two. And the boys are going to hunt for some maple trees on the property here. Okay, so this is the one that we put up a day or two ago. And I have no idea how to actually cook this sap yet, so you can see here this. So I've got to watch some YouTube videos. You can see our jug is pretty big and it's clear, which I was kind of surprised. I thought it would be a yellowish color, but it's pretty clear and it's kind of sweet and sugary tasting. I just got to figure out how to cook it, and I think that they said there's like 40 gallons of that sap make like a gallon of maple syrup. So that's an awful lot of cooking. So this is a huge experiment for us because I don't know how much cooking I want to do for maple sap, but we'll see if they found any other maple trees out here. It's kind of hard with the winter. We don't have the leaves on, so we don't really know what trees we have. So we'll see here. I think this one's going to fall if it gets too heavy. Let's see here. So we're going to do the one with the hose back here. Do you remember what size drill bit we bought for this?
5/16.
5/16 is the size drill bit we bought for this kit that we have. This was my son's Christmas request, was to get a maple syrup tapping kit. You can already see the sap coming out of the tree a little bit. The sunshine here.
Oops.
Uh-oh. I can leave a link to the kit if anybody's interested in doing this. I think it was maybe what, 20 or 25 bucks, and it gave us about a dozen little tap spigot thingies. And then we'll just check on them and make sure that the gallon jugs aren't too full, and when they get too full we just swap them out. They're just milk gallons here that we washed out. That's about it. So if anybody watches this and has actually done this before, let us know. Did you guys find any more trees? Let's see here. We've got a lot of trees on the back of the property. But we just moved in last summer, so we haven't really figured out what all we have here. What about this one?
Yeah, this is a maple.
Alright, we found one more we're going to try here.
Be careful. Four jugs now. 4 different gallons. 10 gallons to get how much? 10 gallons to get a gallon, so you don't...
No, I think It's like 40 gallons. It's a 4-to-1 ratio.
4 larger liquids to get 1 part.
Which means we only need 4 gallons to get 1 gallon.
All right.
Fifty-four.
This is our last tap. You gotta have a tree that they said is what, 40 plus years old. You gotta have a pretty big tree to do this, so you can't have a young tree to tap. So from what I understand, you tap the trees, and then if you do it the right way, it just grows back. You can already see the sap coming out. The hole just kind of grows back in, and you can do this each year. Oh yeah, the little knots in it.
Hey boys.
All right. So I think about after 2 days, that front one in the front, we'll have to swap the jugs out. I haven't figured out if we have to set this aside and cook it later, if we cook it right away. Something we're kind of learning as we go. There's a lot of YouTube tutorials out there, so we good to go? All right,
3 trees.
there we are. We've got 3 more trees today. Bye. Say bye, guys.
Bye.